If your body has changed and your clothes are not fitting the way they used to, you are not alone. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing some sustainable and practical tips on how you can update your wardrobe and feel comfortable and confident in the body you have right now. Let's get started. Hi there, I'm Erin. I'm a personal stylist, holistic style coach, and upcycle clothing designer here in Austin, Texas. And I want to help you elevate your wardrobe in a way that is sustainable, intentional, and unique to your own personal style. Today, I want to talk about bodies, and specifically changing bodies. Now, as we age and throughout our lives, our bodies are going to change a lot. If you are a person who has a uterus, you may have a pregnancy at some point. As we age, as women especially, we start to carry our weight differently. We start to lose muscle mass naturally. So there are going to be shifts in the way that we feel in our clothes. And sometimes these shifts are going to happen gradually. Sometimes they're going to happen abruptly. And it's gonna be really uncomfortable for us. I am currently going through this abrupt transition in my body. Abrupt meaning that it's happened over less than a year. So normally during the winter time, like most people, I gain a little bit of weight. I find though that it comes off fairly quickly in the spring. This year that has not happened. I am attributing that to a couple of things. I am now starting to be well into my 40s at 42. I haven't been as good about moderating my maybe sweets intake as I probably could be. As I am someone who is over 40, I've become very conscious about the loss of muscle mass and have been trying to do my part to prevent that. So the muscle increase plus the extra padding from the winter still being here has led to my body being a little more, let's say, fluffy. Now, I feel comfortable in my body for the most part. Where I run into trouble is when I get dressed. And especially if I'm trying to get dressed quickly and just get out of the house because I have to be somewhere. And I go in my closet and I can't just wear the first thing that I grab anymore. And that can be a really uncomfortable sensation for me, especially as someone who is very devoted to my clothes and who has done a lot of work to curate a really beautiful, unique, and special closet through vintage items that my grandmothers have handed down to me, and then also items that I have specially made for myself. These are not things that can be easily replaced. In the past, when I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable in my body, I would have jumped into a very restrictive and punishing diet to drop that weight quickly. I have been very careful about the way that I do that though these past 10 years or so, because I, for all intents and purposes, probably had a diagnosable eating disorder in my 20s. And I do not want to get back to that place mentally and physically. I have to be very careful and intentional about the way that I talk to myself about my body and the way that I choose to treat my body. So there won't be any dieting. And basically what will happen is I will just try to be more intentional about the way that I'm eating. I will probably try to drink less wine, probably try to eat fewer chocolate chip cookies. The point is that this weight is not going anywhere anytime soon, if it ever goes anywhere at all. My hope, of course, is that I will get back down to a size where I can comfortably wear all of the clothes in my wardrobe. However, in the meantime, to avoid the inevitable stress that comes with getting dressed right now, I am going to invest in some bridge pieces, is what I'm calling them. And these are going to be pieces that will not only fit the body that I currently have comfortably, but will hopefully also fit me at different sizes, whether I go up a little bit or go down a little bit. So these are going to be clothes that are a little bit more adaptable and, let's be honest, stretchy. As someone who cares deeply about sustainability in the fashion industry and not just mindlessly buying clothes that I don't intend to keep for a long time, I am going to be very intentional about the way that I add these pieces to my wardrobe. Before I buy anything, I'm going to check in with myself and see if I feel like my current wardrobe is serving all of my needs. I'm then going to think a lot about what I've been gravitating toward lately and whether there are pieces that I find really exciting that I could benefit from having in my closet that would add some versatility, but also a little like extra flair that isn't already there. So I have put together a Pinterest board for summer 2025, and I talked about this in one of my previous videos, but I went through this Pinterest board today and I did a little sifting through to figure out what pieces would be good pieces that would not only be like interesting to add to my wardrobe, but also are pieces that have a little bit of space for growth or shrinking. I'm going to take you through a couple of these pieces that really stood out to me, and then we're going to talk about the benefits of the shape, and then I'll talk a little bit more about some extra things that you can also be conscious of as you are adding pieces to your wardrobe. I have just thrifted a pair of cotton shorts that are a little too big for me, and I love the idea of putting lacing in them so that they can fit me at the size that I am now, or possibly at a size I am later on down the road. The next item, I had been drawn to these oversized t-shirts, but with these really elaborate embellishments. So the white t-shirt with red ribbons and rosettes on it, which I just find to be so incredibly striking and would be such an easy thing to upcycle on my own. So that is definitely on my to-do list. T-shirts are an amazing thing to add to your wardrobe if you want to have a lot of flexibility in size. You might have heard of this as smocking. Smocking is technically something that is done with static, like not stretchy thread. So the smocking doesn't stretch. This is actually what we call shirring, which is done with elastic thread, and it stretches and gives when you put it on or as you wear it. You'll see it in a lot of dresses and skirts and tops, especially now these days, because companies that make clothing want to be able to sell their clothing to as many people as possible. And so making sure that they can fit as many bodies as possible is really important to them. So this smocking allows for an elastic, very comfortable, like usually you'll see it in waists, and it's great for comfort. Crochet is another thing that I've been really drawn to. So one thing to think about with crochet is the more open the knit is, the better it is going to stretch and move. So these really tight crochets are probably not necessarily going to be super stretchy. This top here is interesting because it has ties on it. So obviously the benefit of ties is you can tie it looser or tighter based on what you need to do. So look for items with ties. Pair of shorts that this woman is wearing, I don't know if they're actually made with elastic thread and sheared, but I saw these shorts and I actually found a pair of shorts that were very similar to them from a maker on Etsy that have like shearing so that they are very stretchy and very comfortable. They also happen to be the cutest shorts I own, and I love them. Oversized button-ups, obviously a great option. What I'm showing you now is a pair of baggy tie waist pants or drawstring pants. Obviously a lot of room to like grow in these pants. So I love the idea of owning a pair of like very crisp cotton, oversized, baggy leg drawstring pants. Two outfits that really meet the qualifications are this oversized lace dress. This oversized dress obviously has a lot of room for you to expand or contract as needed. Their outfit here with the oversized t-shirt and this dress that's sort of very open and oversized as well, paired over a pair of most likely spandex bicycle shorts. I love this outfit. I would wear this outfit just as is. Some things that you can look for. So spandex, we're all familiar with athletic wear, leggings, sporty bras, sporty tops, those kinds of things, very stretchy. Look for clothes that have a little bit of spandex in them. The more spandex they have in them, the stretchier they're going to be. But one thing I will caution you about is spandex breaks down very quickly, especially in the heat. So you would not want to wash it very often. When you do wash it in cold water and hang it to dry. So obviously, elastic waistbands, a life-saving for everyone, regardless of your size. Remember that accessories always fit. So have beautiful accessories that you love, that feel like you, and add flair to your outfits. Invest in one outfit that you feel amazing in. No matter what size you are right now, you need to have something that you feel good in. Don't punish yourself by telling yourself that you can't wear cute clothes until you get to the size that you want to be. That's not fair to you, and honestly, it's not fair to the world. So just be your beautiful self, put on the clothes, be fantastic. You've got this. If you're in the Austin area and you're interested in working with me, my name is Erin Simmons. You can find me at erinsimmonsstyling.com. I offer free 30-minute consults. We can get to know each other. You can decide if we're a good fit for one another. I encourage you to get in touch with me. And until I see you next time, stay sustainable, intentional, and uniquely you.